Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Barely Necessities in 2025. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder here at Laughing Place, and our site manager, Rebecca Burbank, is with me as always. How was your New Year's, Becca?
It was quiet and uneventful, but that's all good. How about yours?
Mine was the opposite. Mine was exciting as I was in Pasadena to ring in the new year. Got to see the Rose Parade and had a lot of fun visiting ESPN. So yeah, it was a great start to the new year.
That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a really great start.
No, it was a lot of fun. Let's see, but we're here to talk about some merchandise, and we're gonna get started with some dresses for play.
Yes, this Disney Story Play dress collection launched last year, and they just introduced 4 new princesses, and I think that's right, and then 6 new dresses. We've got Moana this time. Now it's her traditional dress. It's not the one from Moana 2, but this is super fun. These are designed to look like the princess costumes, but they're made to be played in. So these have like soft, flexible fabrics, and there's still glittery details and all sorts of fun, but this is supposed to hold up to playtime activities. It's less that costume element and more of just like, you live as the princess, if that makes sense.
I love it. It feels like they've taken a note from those runner dresses that I've seen so many runners at like the Disney events or whatever, geared up for the marathon, which by the way is this weekend, marathon weekend out there at Walt Disney World. So yeah, oh man, I would have loved these because while I enjoyed looking like a princess when I was younger, I did not enjoy frilly things, satiny things. I did not like feeling like I was gonna damage my clothes if I was out. So yeah, this dynamic would have been a popular one for me. So these are all over at Disney Store.
Disney Store, yeah. I think they're $44.99 a piece. So,
okay.
And they're girls, obviously girls sizes. I don't remember what all the sizes are exactly, but yeah, more for the kids.
Exactly. No, they're adorable. Next up, Becca, we are looking at merchandise in the parks.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of parks merchandise. January started and it was just like a wave of new items. We're looking at the Mini Mix-Its plush line. This was teased a couple weeks ago. That's coming to Disney Store, and now, of course, it's at the park. So we wanted to feature our own photos. So these are like Magic Kingdom inspired or like attraction inspired like headpieces that go on plush characters.
There you go. So this right here is inspired by the Royal Carousel.
Mm-hmm.
There at the Magic Kingdom. We also saw the Tiki Room. I think this one's my favorite when it comes to attraction representation.
Yeah, I think this is executed really well. I love this. So yeah, Haunted Mansion here.
Quite adorable.
And Pluto.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
So I did not see Angel on Disney Store yesterday when the collection launched. This is a Valentine's inspired look. So maybe she's supposed to be like a flower, a rose or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for her and for Stitch. They both look like they're very
I think he's supposed to be a heart.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're leading kind of into that Valentine's when it comes to these. So it's to me that looks like this series is not only the Mix-Its are not only going to be attractions but also holiday based. So you can mix and match the plushy helmets for your characters. Now, who are the base characters that you noticed, Becca?
So Mickey and Minnie are there, Pluto and Donald, and then we've got Stitch and Angel. So an interesting group. I'm sure the others will show up at some point. Although Goofy, well, see, I don't know. Like, I guess with Pluto with his ears, but
yeah,
Yeah. So
It'll be
I don't know.
interesting to see if it's like New Emo, if we'll start to see some of the princesses join in the dynamic, or all of that as well, or will they stay with the kind of our furry Disney friends?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Moving on, we have some light up figurines at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, these are really, really beautiful. I and I know they have some on Disney Store as well, but not these three specific ones that we're going to be looking
Okay.
at. So yeah, we've got Mary Poppins here. I love that her scarf is blowing in the wind to like give that feeling of movement, and then there's like that swirl of clouds around her, which is the portion I believe that lights up. Like just such an interesting and fun look.
And then we also have Cinderella, where she is enjoying the pink dress that was made by her
I
mice and
know.
bird friends, which is among my favorite Disney dresses. And this is moments after she has been locked in the room by her. It's funny because this would then be blending moments in the film, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because it's later in the film when we actually see Lady Tremaine walking down the stairs. But to me, it looks like she's holding a key in her hand. Would
Yeah.
you
No,
agree?
I get that as well. But you're right. She would have when she gets locked in the room, isn't her dress already destroyed? So
I think that's the
or
uh,
no, she gets locked with the I don't
with the
remember with the slipper.
Grand Duke, when the Grand Duke is returning to try the slippers on all the eligible maidens in the house, I believe
And
is
she
when she
locks
got
her in.
locked in the
Yes.
door. But I like it because to me it feels like a progressive
Yes.
dynamic with, you know what I mean? It's like rather than feeling like it's a moment of the film, it's like
Right.
kind of a stretch of the film.
Yeah,
I
I
forgot
absolutely agree.
Lucifer. Lucifer's there.
The
Jacques,
mice are there.
yes. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this one. I really want to see it in person. Oh, yeah.
I know. It's really pretty.
We're both Cinderella fans, so
Yes.
this one is the one that's going to catch our attention the most. However, would this fit into the Burbank household? An illuminated rose.
Yes, with petals on the base there as
Oh,
well.
yes, there you
Like,
go.
I mean, to kind of give off that whole enchanted rose uh, aesthetic. Yes, I think so. I think we have room for this in our house. And I love Beauty and the Beast. Yes, Rebecca's right. We're both fans of Cinderella, but I think Beauty and the Beast is probably my favorite of the princess films. So yeah.
This also reminds me a bit of the Disney cruise ships. They have uh, in the Wish, they have a rose kind of like this in the entryway to the adult dining area where you have Palo and the other restaurant's name has gone straight out of my head. If Jimmy is watching, I'm sure he will toss it at me, but he might be otherwise busy. Oh, hang on, I'm being told from the wings over here.
I don't know what were you asking?
Oh, Paulo and on the Disney Wish.
Enchante.
Enchante. Thank you.
Aw.
Thank you. Enchante. Jimmy coming into Enchante. And by the way,
Ooh.
the rose is represented at different phases of its magic on the ships. So full bloom, partial petals fall, and then almost all gone. I've heard. So I think that's a neat touch. Over at Walt Disney World's Disney Springs, we spotted a new park icon collection.
Yeah, this reminds me of the brochures from, I guess, the mid or the late 2000s, early 2010s. And I really like it.
I do too. I'm quite fond of it. Hi, Jeannie. How you doing? I'm sorry it's cold in Kansas City, but I'm glad you got home. I wondered because you were off at Walt Disney World. But okay, so on this one, it's a long sleeve tee. You've got the beautiful, I love the choices of blue here.
Me too.
I love the choices of blue here. And then on the back, you have the various parks listed by name with their individual icon, or they have I believe it to be a sweatshirt. It might be another t-shirt. No, I think it is a t-shirt. Well, I'm not sure now that I look at it, but I think it's a little heavier with the 4 icons on the front. in the
Yeah, the
square.
one that's in the square, that looks to me like a sweatshirt.
Yeah, same, same. And then of course you have a full color uh, blanket with the 4 icons. There's also towels. But I'll be honest, if this was in the blue, I think I'd pick it up.
Yeah, I know that the blue is definitely the winner for me in
Yeah,
terms of
same here. I wouldn't mind if this was just all blue instead of the colors. Even though I have a ban on blue mugs in my house because my mugs tend to all be blue.
especially the interiors.
But ooh,
Okay,
okay.
I would keep that in the there we go.
Yeah, I am agreeing with you. If I
Yes,
walk up to my refrigerator, I like this in the
want the
full
color.
color.
Mhm.
Uh-huh, totally. But the ears, I would have I would have preferred in the all blue.
Yes.
All
Yes, me
shades of
too.
blue. It would have grabbed, especially since they're divided up with 2 on one
That's
side
true.
and 2 on the other. I think the blue would have,
Although
yeah.
you do have the blue monorail on the side
Let
of the
me see if I
headband.
snagged a picture of that. I don't know if I snagged that picture, but if you check the article, you'll see that the
Mhm.
headband actually features the monorail. Okay, the cap has the multicolor. I like
Yes.
it.
I
I
do
like
too. Yeah, even with that heather gray background that looks like a
Mhm.
t-shirt covering a cap. I mean, yeah, it looks comfy.
Jeannie coming in with the why is it white? Okay. Now, Jeannie, I will tell you that some of our team, Jeremiah, is gets very frustrated because so much product is dark colored t-shirts. And living in Orlando with the heat and the humidity, he does not want to wear dark colored t-shirts. So I blame Jeremiah whenever anything comes out on a white t-shirt, and I think you should too. We've also got uh, a keychain with the Cinderella Castle icon and the mouse ears. Did I tell you about the movie we were watching, Becca, where it looked like they just broke off the top of an ornament?
No.
Oh, okay. So it is almost this exact item. So we were watching, it was I think it was called Cinderella Royal Ball or Cinderella Christmas Ball or
Okay.
something like that. It had the word Cinderella, had the word ball, may have had the word Christmas. And it starred Lacey Chambert. And there's a moment in the film where the prince gives her a castle ornament. And I kid you not, Gideon walked into the kitchen and brought ours out, and it's almost the
It's
exact same one,
the same.
just the tallest turret was gone. So it
Oh
was
my
like they took
gosh.
took one of these that are
They
like resin and just chopped off the little turret and repaint. It was hysterical. We are like, no
wow.
way! It looks just like the one
It
we have
looks like the
at home. But
that's oh my goodness.
it
I
was so
mean,
good.
it's great inspiration, right?
Yes, yes, it's an iconic silhouette. And finally, in the collection that we want to make sure you are aware is this. I really am fond of this. It's a gray button up with the various attraction and icon silhouettes. They even offer you a little close up image.
Yeah. Yeah,
Partnered.
no, this is really good. And you've got what the sky is that supposed to be well, is it supposed to be the Skyliner or is it supposed to be yeah, I guess it would be because there never was a Skyway like that.
Yep.
So yeah,
Sky. You've got the Skyliner. You've got the amazing fountain.
Everest.
That Epcot pillar that's out there in front of Spaceship Earth.
Yes.
That probably has an official name. I don't know off the top of my head. Kilimanjaro Safari vehicle. I mean, fireworks. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah. No, I'm
Everest.
quite fond of the selection on this button up. So
Yes.
there you go. So that's the park icon collection. We spotted it at Disney Springs. That means it's probably throughout Walt Disney World right now, and our team will keep an eye on it. And when it pops up on Disney Store, we'll be sure to let you know.
Indeed. Yep.
Meanwhile, over at Roosevelt's, they're celebrating a movie that I'm sure, Becca, you have a fondness for. Am I right?
Well, I've only seen this like once, maybe twice. So
Really?
it's been a long, yeah, and it's been a long time, but I appreciate the era.
Okay,
This
okay.
is this is yeah, Roosevelt's has their second Goofy movie collection and a lot of emphasis on Powerline this time. And then also, some of the other cast are here too. We've got the not the bomber jacket, but the coach jacket is what they're calling this. So I think it's more of like a varsity jacket. And then yeah, you've got a fun lining and I mean, how cool is that?
I love the pop of pink.
It's a really good shade of pink.
Yeah. What do you think of this one?
This one's good too. This is one of their all-day polos, which are super, super comfortable as well. And yeah, we're looking at just they're fishing on this one.
Have you had a chance to try one of the polos yourself? I know Roosevelt has been very generous to our team here at Laughing Place with the wardrobe samples that they've offered. Have you tried the polo?
Kyle has worn it. I have not. We did get one of the Star Wars polos, and actually two of them, I think, and two separate collections. And yeah, they're just as comfortable as the others. I mean, I put it on, but I haven't like worn it for
How would you
more.
compare its weight and stretchability to the hoodies that we talk
It's
about? Because those are like almost like pajamas. They're so
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah. These are lighter than that,
Okay,
and not as stretchy, but they're stretchier than like a t-shirt.
gotcha,
If that
gotcha.
makes sense.
They also have a Lake Destiny item. So there's a wide array, even baseball caps, with this Roosevelt's Goofy movie collection. So if you are a fan of a Goofy movie and have been wondering how you can get into the whole Roosevelt's revolution that's happening within geek culture, I'd say that's what I'm calling them, a geek culture brand, a pop culture brand.
Yes,
Be sure
for
to check
sure.
out the link below to see more about the various items. Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
they're just now they're getting into more of those classic crew neck sweatshirts. This is, I think, only the second or third sweatshirt like this that I've seen them release. So, exploring what different cuts and styles of clothing does well that is not their signature Kunu flex. So
And if you didn't catch our morning show when these dropped, then you missed our animation guru around these parts, Tony,
was he
gush-
sobbing?
gushing over this particular design, like to the point where I think the words, "I'm not sure I'd wear it. I'd want to, like
Frame
display
it.
it," kind of dynamic came over. Because what he talked about, and what I would not have noticed had he not brought it up, is that not only do you have kind of like what I will call model sheets, perhaps I'm using the wrong terminology, so that's not what I remember him saying directly, but you also have here representations of kind of concept designs. So
Hmm.
not even the finalized look of the Goofy movie characters have been pulled out for this particular shirt, and they have it not only in their standard cut, but as you see here in their women's cut.
Yes, yes, and some of the Kunu Flex styles are also in youth and preschool styles. When I
Oh, cool.
looked, I think those were still available. I even have a date stamp on this one of those like old school. Well, actually, they're not that old school because I I use one every once in a while. One of those date
Yep.
stamps.
Yeah, so a lot of fun over there, Roosevelt's Goofy movie collection, and we'll have a link below down there in the description. Next up, you might need some new. Oh, let's see. What is my favorite character among the? I'm gonna take this as among the Fab Five. If I had to choose my favorite among the Fab Five, I am a Minnie Mouse fan. How about you, Becca? Of the Fab Five, so that's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. Who would Becca choose?
Mickey Mouse. I know that's kind of the
Yay!
easy answer, but I do have a special fondness for Mickey.
Of course, Mickey's great. By the way, this year, at the beginning of this year, 19 more classic Disney shorts entered the public domain, including Mickey's Follies, which features Minnie's Yoo-Hoo, which is like one of those iconic Disney songs. Yeah, it was the first one that they created originally and put out sheet music for. And you can find that right here on our YouTube channel, Mickey's Follies. So you can now find it here. And along with others, there's a playlist of the public domain Walt Disney shorts. So if you're a Disney animation fan, be sure to check those out.
Absolutely.
But back to merchandise. We've got some mugs.
Mm-hmm. Yep, a whole bunch of mugs. Some are at Disney store or at Walt Disney World as well. But yeah, this Figment one is super, super fun. I think that's probably my favorite of all of them.
I love that this. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You're talking about Figment.
No. I really don't have much more to say. Just yeah, I love Epcot, and so naturally you love Figment, right?
What's the yellow thing?
I think I was just wondering that. I'm gonna guess it's a light bulb.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. Okay. I was like, does he wear a dog collar or something? And I just forgot. And I
He's
feel like
really into gold.
I feel like sometimes I've seen him with a little medallion that's just Figment, but I don't know. I'm like, am I just creating that because of this? But no, light bulb makes way more sense. They've got not Powerline, but Max as Powerline.
Mm-hmm.
So
with the what Adam or not Adam? I don't know. What is that?
Yeah, the classic Adam diagram that I don't think is in use anymore. That we've moved on to other representations. And then we also have the two teeth. See, that's how you know it's Max and not
Max
and not Powerline. This one that looks like carved wood representing Pinocchio is a nice mug.
Yeah, and it's the 85th anniversary of this film. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Figaro, Cleo, you got Geppetto, I see, Jiminy Cricket. So a nice array of representation from that classic film. And the next one, I'm so grateful. It is not blue on the inside. Look, it's white.
There you go. You can get it.
Even though it's blue on the exterior, it does not break Rebecca's rule of I'm not allowed to add any more mugs to my collection unless I get rid of one that has a blue interior. This is the record album that I cover.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks like artwork. It's not an actual scene from the movie, right?
Nope.
Like,
yeah.
Because the prince isn't the one who's there when she.
Nope.
When she tries on, or
exactly. No, this is the record album that I played over and over and over. It's the one my parents would put on for nap time. It's the one I took with me on the days that kindergarten would let us bring our record so that the teacher would play our record during nap time. I took Cinderella, one of them. I took Pete's Dragon, another one. Those are the two I can remember taking with me to school. And my brother has this because he collects vinyl. So all of my childhood albums are with him. So yeah, lots of memories came flooding back with that mug. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that one up. And then a celebration of 2025. I am such a fan of this logo.
Yeah, no, this is better than 2024.
Yeah. It's like the castle in the center is retro, right? It's so familiar. And then Mickey, just the jubilation that Mickey and Minnie are showing, I love. And then it feels very much like that moment where Donald would jump out during the Mickey Mouse Club beginning and go, Donald Duck. That's it. I right there with the way he's popping out of the zero. So yeah, big fan. Then Grogu is adorable.
I know. And there's even more mugs than what we're looking at here. There were so many. Yeah. So we just picked a handful, but yeah, Grogu, I love that position where he's just like totally meditating and connecting with the Force.
This feels like it would be a very nice tea mug. Yes. And then I could use the spoon as where I would rest my tea bag after I'd been I'd been steeping it, I could then just set it on that nice spoon, or if I'm not
Yeah.
somebody who tends to add sugar to my tea, so yeah, so that's where my mind went. And the one-eyed frogs are cute.
And I love that the handle is shaped a little bit like his ears.
I hadn't even noticed, but you're so right.
So, I mean, it's not quite the same,
No,
but
but it
it
is
it
no.
evokes that. Like, they could have done a
Yeah,
rounded handle, and
yeah,
they
yeah.
opted for this.
Yeah,
So,
I
bravo.
love it. No, but you're totally right. That I hadn't noticed, but yeah, that is a total silhouette of Baby
Oh,
Yoda, or
yeah.
as his official name is Grogu, but
Mhm.
he's so cute here. Let's call him Baby Yoda.
Right?
We're jumping back to merchandise that you'll find at Walt Disney World, and in this case, it is the Cinderella collection. They're going with a deep palette here.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I almost didn't feature it on here, because I figured this will pop up at Disney Store, but it hasn't yet. And then I was like, no, this is actually just like way too good to not talk about. Plus, it has a little bit of an iridescent element, and that is very much in my my wheelhouse. No, that's not the right
Yeah,
term, but I love that on anything. So,
this choice of the deep navy, almost black, and
mhm.
then down into that purple is so pretty, and the iridescence must be divine in person. Um,
I would hope so.
yeah, right? Oh, and then they've got the magnet, which is the deep purple. Not a bright like typical purple that I'm used to seeing Disney select.
It
This is really deep.
feels like dusk to me, if that makes
Oh,
any s
yeah.
which, I mean, I don't know, I'm just like, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's what that purple is evoking, as it's like
Mhm.
nighttime, but it's not, I don't know.
I love it. I
Me
love it,
too.
and the way that this design, the fine line of it feels almost like it's an architectural drawing
Mhm.
that
Yes.
we have. And then
That's a
you
really good
pop
point.
in this, and it's just really funny. To me, this is just like so almost jarring in comparison.
I know.
I mean, but it fits with the reality is these are some of the same pieces, just put together in a very different way, right? So
That
it's
yes.
funny how the way you can put these same design elements together can have such a different feel. One felt so elevated, and this feels so
Right,
kitschy.
where yes. Yes, that's a really good way to put it.
So yeah, but I like the floating. I like they have little floating silver and Mickey heads.
Yeah, that would I would have a lot of fun with that, for
Yeah,
sure.
so that would be fun. Okay, speak. Now we're gonna move on to the spa. Are you a
Yes.
bath bomb person?
Not really.
Yeah,
My mother-in-law got me a bunch of bath bombs a couple years ago, and I don't usually take baths, so I would just drop them, like, like smash them a little bit, and then drop them into the shower, so I could like enjoy the essence of it without having to like fill the tub with water. But
okay.
yeah, I don't know. What about you? Are you a bath
Well,
bomb?
that's a good idea. And I mean, and I've bought the ones that are specifically designed to be like but why not? Because I like the aroma, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't tend to do kind of that long bath soak anymore.
I don't have
Uh,
the time.
yeah, it's not, it is what it is. So, but right now, Disney Spa Collection, they have fragrances like Aloha Tropical, and the other one I think is there's a
Yes.
citrus. So yeah, but however, if Kyle is getting Becca a spa item in your house, it's the candle that is
Okay.
of greater appeal. Am I understanding correctly? A candle would be of greater appeal for Becca than a bath bomb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it would last longer. I mean, well, like, okay, the bomb would last a super long time because I probably wouldn't use it. No. You know what I'm saying? I've acquired yes. No, no, no.
It's true. No,
But yes,
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Whereas the candle would actually end up getting used.
yes.
However, in usage, the candle will be able to last longer. Yeah.
Right.
I like the design. Are you how's it grabbing you?
Yeah,
It's
I think that
minty with the
I like that it's simplistic. It kind of looks a little like something drawn in sand or like ripples in the water, so that, gives off that like calming, relaxing, like warmth.
Mhm. I like
What
the
about you?
idea that it can either be ripples in a
Mhm.
calming pool that I'm meditating by, or it can be the ridges of a Zen garden I have
Yes.
carefully raked. I
Yes.
hadn't thought of it in both those terms, but as you say it, I can totally see it now, and that is forever how I will look at it, as either as both sand and water.
And water, yeah.
And finally, we're gonna bring it to the world of Star Wars with some actual props that you could bring home. We stumbled upon a auction, right? Well,
Yes.
no, I guess it's not technically an auction because it's a place
That's
where
true.
it's set price, but these are not manufactured. 500 of them exist kind of
Right.
dynamic. These are things where there's a limited availability because they're actually props utilized in the show.
Yes. Yeah, this is Hero Prop is the site, and I think they have 3 items from the Acolyte, including the, maze, throwing daggers, and sheath, as you can see there. That's something that she had on her person. So that's like, and this is so cool because this is something the actress actually used. Like, that's
Mhm.
amazing.
And
And
then
then
these Jedi bracers, which I'll be honest, Becca, I don't remember them. I watched the show, but I don't remember these. But those are also available. And the item that went very quickly, and of no surprise, was the lightsaber that was used by Manny Jacinto
mhm,
in the
Chimere.
show. Now,
Yeah.
in reading up on this, I found available on Hero Prop
Yeah.
an Imperial data card. Look at
Yeah,
that.
from with Ahsoka, or
Uh-huh.
credited to Ahsoka and Mandalorian. I was looking around a little bit too. They had some. They didn't have anything from Lost, right? That's
I
depressing.
don't
But
remember seeing anything from Lost, which, by the way, we're in the middle of a rewatch again.
nice,
Another
nice.
one.
I mean, you can't rewatch it too many times. It's so good.
No, for sure. Um, okay, so we've made it through our list, but I want to ask you because we don't get to see each other very much, so y'all can just eavesdrop on our conversation. I got the impression that you watched that amazing Getting Lost documentary.
We did. Yes, we did.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, very much so. And I was so pleased at how many former cast members and like producers and directors and creators were like actually involved in the interviews, and not in a like, oh yeah, this was a thing I did. Like, they actually had interesting things to say. They wanted to be part of this documentary. So,
There
yeah.
was so much heart I felt
Yes.
in the creation of this project. Like, just some of the choices that they made editorially. I'm
Mhm.
specifically talking about between um, uh, Penny and Desmond, the actors
Yes.
of Penny and Desmond. I
I loved that.
I don't want to spoil kind
No,
of
no,
the
we won't, but
dynamics of it, but you were just like, these are people who understand me and understand how and what connected me with Lost.
yep.
So yeah, if you are a fan of Lost, go check it out. It's Getting Lost, the documentary. It's available on many streaming services, and it will remind you of the fun. I mean, oh, seeing the fuselage. I forgot. I
I know.
lived on the fuselage back when Lost was airing, and I was just like, oh, I remember so much, so many memories
Right?
flitting back.
No, it was really, really fantastic.
With that, everybody, we are going to hit the sensational seven. So tonight on ESPN, a brand new way to look at golf is launching. And I've been tasked with doing the recap and kind of sharing with our readers what it's like, because I'm not a golf person, but I am a Disney fan. I do enjoy sports, so I get to kind of bring that take. And since I had golf on the brain, my Sensational 7 is inspired by golf. So let's start out reminding you the Sensational 7 are Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, and Doc. And for Sleepy, I thought perhaps when Luke had trouble drifting off at night, perhaps his auntie would warm up some bantha milk to help him sleep. And in this case, that bantha milk can be your ball marker, thanks to Roosevelt. So that was my pick for Sleepy. For Happy, we got Minnie Mouse. Look at how adorable she is on the side of this caddy carry bag. It's got some like cooler space. It's just an adorable, brightly colored. So I was like, who wouldn't be happy? Even if you're having a bad day on the fairways, take a look at your bag and have a little bit of a smile. For the Grumpy, I selected the villainous Vader Saber because perhaps you are stuck in the rough and you are remembering that sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere and it's irritating, right? So if you're in a sand trap, but what do you think, Becca? Would you want to play golf with something that looked like a lightsaber?
Yeah, absolutely. What about you?
Yeah, no, 100%. And they have others too. You don't have to only have Vader. They had Luke represented as well. So yeah, so you could pick another one. For Dopey, I went with something kind of ridiculous, and that is this collection of golf balls. One looks like the Death Star. The others look like some of our favorite droids, R2 and BB-8. But in particular, what caught my eye was on the golf tee. It says, "May the course be with you."
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
For Sneezy, I want you to wear something a little bit warmer, something to keep away the chill. In this case, a Bogey Club sweatshirt. Donald showing off his frustration at not being able to make par.
Yeah, that would probably be me.
Right?
That's amazing. I love that.
For Bashful, something on the more subtle side. It's a nice small microfiber towel, and it has a silhouette of Mickey and a dark on dark, so kind of a black on dark gray Mickey head silhouette pattern. So, if you're a Disney fan, but maybe you don't want to be too bold with it, even though everybody wears bold, right? Wasn't that the thing for like the longest time when you went out on the field, out on the course, it would be like really bold colors. You'd have like plaids back mixed with polka dots and all that kind of thing. So
yeah.
And finally, Doc, that would be the foundational dwarf. And so in this case, I found a golf tee that features Mickey, and Mickey almost hitting the cup and wishing he could take a mulligan. So there you have it. That's the first Sensational 7 of 2025, inspired by tonight's debut of TGL, which everything I've seen about it, you guys, take a moment and check it out over at ESPN because it looks fun and different. And I'm excited to see if that fun and excitement can be felt over the screen. It feels really ambitious what they're trying to do, and so I'm eager to experience it. But oh man, am I hopeful because it sounds so fun.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of fun.
And now we have Becca's shopping list.
Yep. Kind of similar to last week. We've got Twice Upon a Year sale, or not last week, last time. Twice Upon a Year sale is still happening, but now the discounts are up to 60% off. That's over at Disney Store. Also at Walt Disney World, there's It's a Small World collection. So that's one of the things that we didn't talk about from the parks. There's a new wave of Mickey Mouse home collection items on Disney Store. These are perfect for the home and the office. Kind of beautiful, like gray, taupe, and like wooden accents on these items. It's a really, I think it's a really nice collection. If you're looking for some bling for your park visits, the gold ear headband by Bauble Bar is really, really pretty. And it doesn't have to be just like a New Year's thing. Like you can, anytime you want to feel glitzy, this is going to be your go-to headband. So we've got Walt Disney World Marathon happening this weekend. And then I think it's next month, we've got the Disneyland Half Marathon is going to be happening. And they've started previewing their merchandise collections. Over at Disney Store, we have a variety of new Lego sets. Alex put together an article about that for us. If you're a fan of Marvel and you really liked Deadpool and Wolverine, you are familiar with Nice Pool, and Hot Toys has previewed their Nice Pool figurine, which looks like Ryan Reynolds with really, really long hair. Not kidding.
I'm not familiar with Nice Pool. Okay, I'm gonna go check this. Somehow I missed this. I'm gonna go and check that out.
Oh yeah, no, he's like super Canadian, and it's it was a fun bit in the movie. So now you can forever have it in your home with a figurine. And also from Hot Toys, they have a Darth. Is it Malgus figure from the Old Republic? I have absolutely no idea what any of the Old Republic stuff is. I completely skipped over that chapter of Star Wars entertainment and history, but the figure, of course, is highly detailed. And if you are a collector or know someone who loves the Old Republic and just collecting Star Wars items, this is going to be a star piece in their collection. And then finally, Epic Universe store at MCO, the Orlando airport, has finally opened. So we had pictures of the exterior a couple weeks ago, and now you can see what's inside.
Oh man, that reminds me, I should have brought over my MCO carpet. Well, the MCO carpet socks arrived.
Oh yeah, how are they?
I'll tease them for next week.
Okay, perfect.
I'll make a note to show and tell next week. The MCO carpet socks. I bought them for Gideon, rather than me. So since they're too big for me, and they're just on the edge of where he is now. So he's a teenage boy, so that won't be long till they fit perfectly, right?
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Come back next week so you can see Rock'em Socks MCO socks that they did a limited sale on a few weeks ago. I want to say just after Thanksgiving. Was it just after Thanksgiving?
I think that's right. I feel like that's right. It was definitely before Christmas.
Yeah. So, oh man, we made it through the first show of 2025. We still remember how to do this, even after a long break. Yeah.
I know. Well, it's good to be here. It's good to be in the new year.
Yep. And we look forward to bringing you all the latest Disney merchandise in these live discussions week to week. Feel free to drop a line in the chat. Let us know if there's some item that you picked up that you saw on the show that you picked up, what you think of it. We'd love to get reviews of items that you've purchased at the parks. Have you purchased a Roosevelt hoodie or short sleeve? Let us know what you think of the feel. How's it hold up in the wash? All these kinds of things. These are the questions we all want to know when we're buying stuff online, and we can't tangibly feel them, and more of our purchasing seems to be kind of in that intangible fashion. So let's work together and help each other out, finding that good stuff. So with that, I will say we will see you all next time.
Sounds good.
Bye.